Hi Taurus, welcome into a general weekly reading for you. Hope life has been treating you well. We're beginning with the Page of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Hierophant card. But as well, we do have the Nine of Cups in reverse. I feel like there's a huge focus on something you haven't received yet. A wish fulfillment, if you will, something you've been, at least once, if not several times for some, have expressed to your angels, your guides, the universe as a whole, that it's something you truly need and or want. But I feel like recently, for a lot of which onto the reading, you received one or two wish fulfillments that you weren't expecting to come in before, maybe what you don't have yet, but I do sense that Spirit's reminding of divine timing. I'm hearing we're prioritizing. But I feel like this week highlights change needed and already existing or continuing within your world. I feel like a lot of which there's change up, switches within that work environment, even if you work from home. But as well, I feel like you are thinking about how you easily and at times choose not to connect with certain people in your world. You may find there's a focus for my single Tauruses out there on connecting with one or two potential suitors or somebody, with a potential to connect with in a romantic sense. The Four of Pentacles, because I feel like you're being pushed into a state of awareness, okay? In regards to where your control lies, in regards to what you have been keeping close to your chest, behind closed doors more so, or within you, not feeling the need to, or simply feeling it's strategic to keep it on the down low. All right. I feel like this could be difficulties you deal with. It could be in regards to what you're planning next. It could be in regards to what you plan to, or when you plan to leave something behind or drop something out of your world is what I'm hearing. Interesting wording. But in the midst of change and a focus on control in your world, we're going to be speaking to you in different ways, different methods coming through about a new beginning or two moving forward. Because I feel as if you need to be keeping your eye on the prize at this time and looking forward towards a lot more for yourself. It's really easy for this collective, I feel, to get caught up in the mundane tasks, the Fairy Five of Cups kind of perspective coming to be at times where you're focusing on the negatives a bit too much, the imperfections, or maybe even expecting the worst. But I do feel like you, very much like Leo's weekly read for the set, you're a manifester, all right? You even co-create with the spiritual realm and the universe without meaning to at times. So we need to be channeling your mind, your intentions, your belief, in perspective all the meanwhile to your advantage and the advantage of your world as a whole. I do feel like it's a time for you where things are affecting you, all right? A little bit of noise in the background in the kitchen just made me feel very affected. You're feeling things differently. I feel as if there's a focus on why you feel what you feel when you feel it, okay? Being a very intuitive soul and somebody who's very connected to the spiritual realm. But I do feel as if it's a time where there's evidence, like music to your ears, that things are working out to your advantage more so than it feels at times. Or maybe it's just harder to realign your focus or notice it in the moment. But I do feel like Spirit's focusing as well, or pushing you more so to focus on who and what is stressing you out in your world. This could be, of course, work related. It could be finances. It could be a connection or two, if not several for some. Okay, for some it's a group of friends, but I feel like you are wanting to minimize the stress in your world while seeing the peace increase and be maintained moving forward. And I feel you have the tools, the knowledge, and the experiences from rewinding back to support this. Just one moment. You're also going to find that your physical temperature takes a highlight in regards to, when you're overheating or just feeling hot. Okay, and feisty for some, or more in regards to when you're feeling cold. And asking yourself, why is this temperature coming to be or increasing for me? And what can I do about it? Anyways, with the Hermit card at the bottom and the Four of Swords, there's a huge focus on your individuality, your alone time, and what you're doing with it, okay? How you're utilizing it to your advantage. Whether it's simply taking time to rest, heal, and do maybe completely nothing, knowing that's not, excuse me, a waste of space and time. But as well, are we taking care of ourselves enough self-care? Are you feeling as if people are getting in the way of the little things of importance in your world? Interesting. Or maybe that job situation for some might be getting in the way in one, if not multiple ways. But I do feel as if it's a week where you can't help but feel focused on new money, all right? Maybe even in regards to saving money for some drawn to this reading. But it does feel like there are opportunities throughout the week to make more, to earn more, to succeed more. But are you feeling intuitively it's the right timing for it? Or are you intuitively feeling it's going to be the right opportunity for you to accept and put on your plate? Because I do feel like, at least for the majority of the Tauruses drawn to the reading, you do have a lot on your plate already. And so being strategic and trusting your intuition and selectively Spirit's advice, opinion in regards to that is going to be important for you. But also pulling from the middle, we have the Three of Pentacles, all right? As I do get a little bit shaky due to background noise, I do feel as if there's quality attention being gifted to you. You're honored is what I'm getting, respected. People noticing your business online for a lot drawn to the reading. Could be in person, of course, but being noticed at work, and even when you're out and about strutting your stuff or commuting otherwise, migrating, if you will. And people feel very focused on you, all right? It's as if this is tying back into the Hierophant card, the changes that you are and have been going through. And I feel like your good looks, your personality, your energy, and the way you do what you do is absolutely coming into play. But I wouldn't be surprised if at certain points you do gain attention, or the attention remains and continues when you don't necessarily want it. Maybe you're more in kind of a hermit mode, feeling private or just rough in energy due to things affecting you, or it more could be a spiritual messing with, or you just feeling as if there's no need to be watching you, say an authority figure or somebody else who just could be doing something else productively. But it does feel like there is a focus on you making your way towards more. I feel like we already might have mentioned it in this reading, but you know, I just zoom through and the messages are spit out so quickly that I lose myself in these readings. But you're going to want to do more at times throughout the week than you can, or you should, or both. And so I need to remember divine timing. And I feel like there are certain delays, okay? There's certain disturbances. And I feel like you need to trust in the fact that everything's going to get done when it's meant to once again, and things will be prevented and delayed strategically. But I do feel as if you want more control in your world, going back to that Four of Pentacles. But they need you to wholeheartedly recognize and remember at times throughout the week that where your control doesn't lie is on point. All right. It's as if you may want to say control that situation in your world or that person or the outcome in one way, shape, or form, if not multiple ways. But they're saying it may be more stress than it's worth, or it might just not be yours to carry, to bother yourself with. And it may not be fixable, okay, or adjusted easily or at all. And so I feel like, and it might make you nervous is what I'm getting. And we need you to be feeling at ease when it comes to your nervous system, when it comes to your energy in general. But water is going to be your best friend, all right? Cleansing your energy, utilizing it. For some, I feel like showering at a different point throughout the day, or just more than once throughout that day, or maybe take a bath, go swimming for some, if it's, you know, within your world somehow, or you can make your way to a body of water. But as well, drinking enough water is going to be essential, because I feel like the weather is affecting you. You're doing a lot of speaking. Maybe your spirituality is affecting you in a dehydrated direction, or just a thirsty direction. And they're saying that should be the first thing you consume when you wake up, all right? Even if it's waking up from a nap. But the Strength card, because I feel like you're being noticed as a very strong individual, evidently showing through a lack of emotion, maybe distancing, even when it comes to your expressions, your gestures specifically, and maybe even through your work and conversations of importance otherwise, that you have been through a lot. That was a long way of wording that. But yeah, you've been through a lot, and so this has made you a strong individual. It's as if this collective hasn't had the choice to not be strong. Does that make sense? I was going to put it in a negative sense, but you know, it does feel like the week highlights the fact that you are stronger than you even remember at times, while I feel like your wording and your connecting and disconnecting, accomplishing and not accomplishing is all very on point. It's this week that when you need to remember at times that timing is on your side when it comes to migrating, when it comes to accomplishing once again, and connecting and disconnecting. A dream of importance. Now, it's going to vary from case to case whether this dream is, say, a dream, you know, to achieve, to see come to fruition in your world, right? Something you envision for yourself. or it could be a literal dream, say when you're sleeping or even in the midst of being awake. All right, a daydream, a vision gifted to you from the spiritual realm. I feel like you forget at times how protected and guided you truly are. It's as if you ask for certain levels of assistance, even protection, in certain moments, and then you don't get it right away, and it makes you feel disconnected from the possibilities, from the protection that you truly do have. Things can't be acted upon immediately at all times, including when it comes to spirit. But I do sense that there is a transition happening after this week towards more comfort. Interesting, and maybe a different environment or two. But I want to say it's a very transitional week either way, where you're feeling different. You're experiencing things differently. And Spirit is saying, embrace the change and go kick some ass.